Tyson Fury has apparently decided that losing to Oleksandr Usyk twice isn't embarrassing enough, so now he's channeling his energy into tearing apart Carl Froch for trolling him about it. Instead of taking the loss like a champion, Fury has turned his sights on Froch, who, let's be honest, has never been one to sugarcoat his opinions. Froch, known for his brutally honest takes, didn't hold back in his critique of Fury's performance. Tyson hasn't got the fitness or the engine anymore for 12 solid rounds, Froch remarked in his typically blunt style. To beat Usyk, you've got to be able to sustain the pace. He even went as far as blaming Fury's training camp, calling him all talk and no action. The real kicker, Froch didn't just stop at Fury's performance in the ring, he questioned whether the Gypsy King could mentally handle back-to-back defeats. There's a bit of hatred there because he's ruined his legacy, Froch said. He's had back-to-back defeats now. Can he mentally cope with that and retire? I know he's got 100 million quid in the bank, which is going to soften the blow, but the bottom line is, money shouldn't be your king. Harsh, sure. True, probably. But Fury, being Fury, didn't take the critique lightly. Instead, he clapped back with an over-the-top reaction you'd expect from someone still licking their wounds. No, we won't be furious, Fury snapped in response to Froch's remarks. You will be furious. You will be angry. No, I won't be angry, I'll be focused. While it's clear Fury was trying to sound unbothered, his response came across more like a wounded fighter grasping at whatever scraps of bravado he had left. But Froch wasn't done. He doubled down, calling Fury's performance against Usyk terrible and unprofessional and slamming his corner as a chaotic mess of too many voices and zero clear strategy. Froch, a man who takes pride in his own disciplined approach to boxing, wasn't impressed with what he saw from Fury's team. Fury, of course, responded in the only way he knows how, bragging about money. It's obviously hurtful to him, and I'm making the biggest bags that have ever existed. I've just signed the biggest deal in boxing history, which I can't divulge right now, Fury boasted. If Fury thought that would shut Froch up, he was sorely mistaken. The retired champion fired back, mocking Fury's obsession with cash, calling it embarrassing, and saying it completely overshadowed any attempt to protect his legacy. Froch's point was clear: Fury had traded greatness for a fat paycheck and, in doing so, had sold out the very thing that made him special. Not everybody's as mentally strong as me, Fury insisted. A lot of negative stuff can bring other people down, but it doesn't do anything to me. It's just like water off a duck's back. I'm waterproof. But Froch wasn't buying it. In fact, he took things a step further, comparing Fury's downfall to his own comebacks. Essentially, Froch implied that Fury doesn't have the grit or resilience to claw his way back from this kind of humiliation. He painted Fury as a guy whose loud bravado can no longer hide the cracks in his armor. Let's not forget the fight itself, a night that sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Usyk's performance against Fury on December 21, 2024, was the kind of display that makes you wonder if Fury even read the memo on who he was fighting. Bottom line is, Usyk won the fight, Froch stated plainly. On my scorecard, it was the same as the judge's. It was 4 or 5 rounds, 117-112 or 116 Usyk. Usyk, the smaller man by over 40 pounds and several inches, didn't just win, he gave Fury a masterclass in precision, strategy, and pure boxing IQ. Fury, who built his career on being the big, agile guy, looked like he was stuck in quicksand trying to keep up with Usyk's footwork and head movement. There were times when Fury was backing him up, leaning on him, putting his weight on him, pushing him around, and holding on to him, Froch explained. That's how you make the fight messy. You tie Usyk out, and you win the round. Put a couple of shots together, lean on him. But that takes a bit of energy from Tyson, and he wasn't able to sustain it. Every time Fury tried to step in and use his size, Usyk danced around him, countering with laser-sharp jabs and leaving Fury looking frustrated and slow. It was like watching someone try to chase a shadow. Despite Fury's well-known power, Usyk made it clear that size means nothing when you've got a plan. He outmaneuvered Fury at every turn, reading his moves like he had a cheat code. Froch's point about Fury's fitness wasn't just talk, it was backed up by what we all saw in that ring. Fury looked exhausted, unable to keep up with Usyk's relentless pace. The Ukrainian champion wasn't just fighting a bigger man, he was dismantling him with calculated precision. And now, rather than focusing on a comeback or a rematch, Fury seems more invested in taking shots at a retired boxer who dared to criticize him. If anything, Froch's comments only highlight the growing concern that Fury may not have the hunger or drive to reclaim his throne. Sure, Fury can talk all he wants about money, but as Froch pointed out, boxing isn't just about cash. It's about legacy. And right now, Fury's legacy is looking more fragile than ever. By round 9, it wasn't just a fight anymore, it was a clinic. Usyk's sharp combinations and relentless pace forced Fury into the ropes, leading to a standing 8 count that might as well have been a flashing neon sign saying game over. That round didn't just define the fight, it cemented Usyk's reputation as a heavyweight genius capable of dismantling even the most imposing opponents. The right man won, and there was little room for debate. The aftermath of the fight left many wondering what Fury's next move would be. His head and heart were undoubtedly shattered. Throughout the bout, he was always reacting rather than setting the pace, which is something rarely seen from him. Usyk didn't just beat Fury, he flipped the entire narrative of the heavyweight division. Analysts like Eddie Hearn and Teddy Atlas are now calling Usyk a generational great, a title that was still up for debate before this fight. With an undefeated record spanning cruiserweight and heavyweight, including back-to-back wins over Anthony Joshua and now a dominant victory against Fury, Usyk is being talked about in the same league as legendary fighters like Muhammad Ali and Lennox Lewis. His ability to outthink and outbox larger opponents is not just impressive, it is historic. For Fury, the loss was a reality check. Coming into the fight, he carried an aura of invincibility bolstered by wins against Deontay Wilder and Vladimir Klitschko. But Usyk didn't just defeat Fury, he exposed him. For all of Fury's talk about being unbeatable, he looked shockingly human in that ring. This wasn't just a loss, it was a humbling moment. The man who once declared that no one born of a mother could beat him now has Usyk's name etched into his loss column, and it is not going away anytime soon. Some believe it might be time for Fury to walk away from boxing. At this point, fighting on could risk further tarnishing his legacy. Many fighters stay in the game too long, and this could be the crossroads where Fury needs to decide whether to step away with dignity or chase an increasingly elusive redemption. Meanwhile, Usyk's future is an exciting prospect. At 37, with an Olympic gold medal and undisputed titles in 2 weight classes, he has achieved more than most fighters could ever dream of. Retirement would not just make sense, it would feel like the perfect ending to a legendary career. However, boxing thrives on great stories, and Usyk may not be done yet. With Fury activating the rematch clause almost immediately, an October 2024 showdown is now on the horizon. There is also speculation about Usyk taking on other top contenders such as Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder, which would keep the division alive with fresh challenges. Fury's decision to push for an immediate rematch has raised eyebrows. Critics, including Carl Froch, argue that rushing back into the ring after such a decisive defeat might be a mistake. Fury's performance against Usyk wasn't just flawed, it raised questions about his overall condition. His subdued demeanor before the fight and his lackluster showing in the later rounds suggest that he may not be mentally or physically ready for an immediate rematch. Without serious adjustments, stepping back into the ring against a highly confident Usyk could prove disastrous. If Fury has any hope of winning the rematch, he needs to completely overhaul his approach. Analysts like Paulie Malignaghi have pointed out that Fury must use his size and power, something he failed to do in the first fight. Instead of trying to outbox Usyk, which is a strategy bound to fail, Fury needs to impose his physicality, cut off the ring, and control the pace of the fight. Usyk's game plan revolves around movement, precision, and speed. If Fury allows him to dictate the rhythm again, the result will likely be the same. Conditioning will also be critical. Fury faded significantly in the later rounds, while Usyk looked as fresh as he did at the opening bell. If Fury hopes to turn the tables, he must improve his stamina and endurance. Many observers noted that Fury struggled to maintain the relentless pressure needed to wear Usyk down. This is where the rematch will be won or lost. Without better conditioning and a clearer game plan, Fury's chances of reversing the outcome are slim to none. Despite all the talk, there is no denying that Fury remains one of the most talented heavyweights of this era. His size, skill, and ability to adapt have made him a formidable champion. But against Usyk, those attributes were not enough. This fight exposed the limits of Fury's abilities when faced with a superior technician who thrives on movement and precision. For all of Fury's bravado, he now has to confront a harsh reality: unless he significantly improves, Usyk will likely beat him again. The rematch, should it happen, will be one of the most anticipated fights in recent history. The stakes could not be higher. For Usyk, it would be a chance to cement his dominance and leave no doubts about his greatness. For Fury, it is about salvaging his legacy and proving that he can bounce back from adversity. The world will be watching closely to see whether Fury can make the necessary adjustments or if Usyk will once again outclass him. Either way, the heavyweight division has not seen a rivalry this compelling in years, and boxing fans are in for another unforgettable showdown.